Welcome to 5 Minutes of Awesomism, where we share with people, places, and things that we think are doing an amazing job of turning negative situations into awesomism. And our new goal for 2026 is we are going to include ADHD, ADD, PTSD, and other things, not just autism, because so many people are living in negative situations, and we want to bring that awesomism positivity to them. So, and thank you, Brandon Hoddy, for letting us use your music. You're such a great country recording artist, and to let us use it is amazing. And if you're wondering again why Peyton has the sunglasses on, is thank you, the Ohos, which is a national brand that is a sponsor of Team Awesomism. And so they are a great example of when you're out in the sun, they're stopping the sun from making your eyes hurt. They're awesome. So head over and use the term awesomism and you get 20% off of your order. Today, we're super excited. We have an amazing young woman who we got to know through Instagram, and she came and asked if she could come on our podcast. And of course, Peyton and I said yes. So her name is Lindsay Malkinson, and Lindsay is so inspiring. She's an author, which is really amazing. I wrote a book. It's not easy. I know it's very difficult. She's an author. She's a speaker. Now, she's much more than a speaker. She calls herself an inspirational speaker, but I think she's a speaker and she's an inspiration. I think she's both. I think she comes out there and she speaks to you, but at the same time, she inspires you not only through her words, but through her actions. So we love having her on here, and she's going to tell you more about herself. Please follow her on her social media. We will put it in the description for the podcast, because I know I get inspired by her because I love her attitude towards life. I think she's doing some amazing things, and she's going to tell you about herself. So go ahead, Lindsay. The floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm so glad to be on your podcast. A big thing for 2026 this year is my word for 2026 is growth. Growth happens by stepping out of our comfort zones and doing things scared even when we don't want to. And I feel like I always wanted to be an inspirational speaker because one of my goals in life is actually to be on a TED Talk one day. I would love to be on a TED Talk because I want to show the world that it doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. You can do anything that you put your mind towards. Don't let anything stop you. And that's a huge thing for me is changing my mindset. I was diagnosed with autism when I was just 11 years old in grade 6, and I was actually misdiagnosed a few times because autism wasn't as common as it is today. There were a lot of things like people saw certain things, but now the world is becoming more accepting. We still have a lot of work to do, but I just wanted to give a shout out to one of my friends. His name is Martin Slingstad. He was actually on your podcast. And I just wanted to say he's been such a huge support for me, and he really helps me bring out the best of myself because when I struggle, he always encourages me to keep going and not lose hope of a better hope tomorrow and a future for what I believe in.
Yeah, Martin's very inspirational.
Yes.
Martin is such a good guy. He takes everything to heart. And
Yes.
I agree with you. And I think you're a major inspiration. And I would love it if you would tell us about what is one of the biggest things you did this year and you passed on first try, because I think this is very inspiring.
Yes, so April is actually Autism Acceptance Month, and on April 2nd, 2025, which is Autism Acceptance Day, I passed my full driver's license, my Class 5 driver's license, on the very first try. I had so much anxiety going into that, but it helped me gain so much freedom and just belief in myself that I can do anything I set my mind towards, even when I'm nervous.
I think that's great. I'm really proud of you, because you know what? I know a lot of people that aren't on the spectrum that didn't pass it their first time. Okay. So I think what you did, that's why I said at the beginning, you're not just inspiring in your speech, you're inspiring in what you do. That is extremely inspiring. I think you passing it on the first time, on a scale of 1 to 10 is 100. I'm really
Oh,
proud of you. I think it's
thank you.
wonderful. And I think you getting out there every day and doing what you're doing is inspiring in and of itself. You're not letting anything stop you, and I agree. And I think we need more of this showing the awesomism side of negative situations. If people perceive them as negative, they're not negative. I've never looked at Peyton's autism as a negative. I've always looked at it as Peyton has superpowers that I wish I had. Okay. I say all the time, and I stand on this, Peyton could run Team Awesomism without me every day, all day. I could never run it without Peyton. Peyton edits our podcast. He built our website. He does the app. He puts everything on our Team Awesomism app. Peyton makes things, sells them so that we can help empower other autistic adults. Peyton does everything. He's creative. He's analytical. And I consider Peyton's autism to be his superpower, just like you look at yours, as you wouldn't be where you are. We had a podcast guest several years ago, Zelina Hall. She's a country music artist. And she said she would have never been the musician and artist that she was if she wasn't on the spectrum, because she pulled from her, what she knew. And I believe that. And I think that more people need to hear voices like yours and Peyton and Martin and, people like Chris Weekly, these kind of guys, because I think what you're offering to people is so important. I do. And I believe it. And I, again, have to say congratulations on passing it on the first time. Look, I had a friend in high school. She didn't pass it 3 times, right? The first time she hit the stop sign with the guy in the car, and he's like, you can't run over a stop sign. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh no. Like, she completely panicked when she got in there. She wasn't on the spectrum. She just was not a good driver. Okay. And it took her the 4th try. She finally passed her driver's license. So you passing on your first time on World Autism Acceptance Day. That's awesome. That's more than awesome. Way to go. So thank you for coming on our podcast. Thanks for sharing. Where can people, other than, please give us your social media, but also please let us know where else people can find your book or anything else, anything so that people can connect with you.
Yes, so I actually am a big advocate for autism on Inspiring Essentials on Instagram, where people can follow me there. I think to think of it as not just my community, but a community for everyone navigating life on the autism spectrum, whether they have autism or not. This is a platform for others to come together to accept one another and help us embrace who we are. Also, you can find my book on Amazon. It's called Absolute Vision, and it's a collaboration book I did. My chapter's chapter 10, A Different Spin, because over the years I've changed my mindset from poor me to, you know what, how can I be an inspiration for others navigating life on the autism spectrum, and on Facebook through positivity around life on the autism spectrum. That's a smaller group. It has about 81 people right now, but it's just a group that I share about living life on the autism spectrum, the highs and the lows, the things that we may not understand, but we can all come together and people can share their stories about how they can learn more about autism.
I love this. This is really good. Keep keep being you, Lindsay. Seriously, keep
Thank
being you.
you.
You're amazing. You really are. And we'll help you in any way we can because we believe in what you're doing and you are inspiring. If you change one life, and look, you sat on here and said you wanted to give a shout out to Martin. I'm going to get emotional because Martin has helped you. Okay. Martin gets up every morning and he tries to help people. And he's changed, he's helped you, right? You're doing the same for other people. You probably just don't even realize. I promise you, there are people watching what you're saying and thinking, I am okay. It is okay. And, it's usually the silent ones that we don't hear from that are the most at risk. So keep being you, keep saying what you're saying, keep pushing what you're pushing, because there's probably someone sitting in their home saying to someone else in their life, thank you, Lindsay. If it wasn't for you, I don't know where I'd be today. Okay? So keep being you, sweetie. You're
Thank you.
amazing.
And also,
You're,
I want to say if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I want to be a belief to others that even if they have never been told that someone believes in them, I want to put that belief on them and just say that even if I don't know them, I believe in them that they can do anything that they think that they can't do because we're all capable of achieving great things in our lives. Even if we don't think that we can do them, we can.
you're right. You're exactly right. And that was beautifully said.
Very true.
Very true. Thank you, Lindsay. And
Thank
thanks for
you.
coming on 5 Minutes of Awesomism. And if you're listening to this podcast, please follow Lindsay. Please give her a shout out, share her stuff, because together we truly can turn negativity into awesomism. Thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay. Nice having you here.
Bye.
Have a great
Bye.
day.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Bye.